Oi, oi, Flat Earth British, Martin Litka speaking, live from Houston, Texas. Let me just check my comms are in order and everything is Irie in the hood today. So it's awesome to be back. 104 of you waiting. Thanks for being so patient. So I'm a little bit late. Which is totally not me. Okay, let me just check my comms. I'm a little bit late. That sounds totally okay. Fine. Oh, I'm happy with that. It's good to see you all, guys. As I said, I've been away for a little bit, like maybe 10 days, 2 weeks, without any Flat Earth British live vlogs. But I've come to America land. And I'm doing some work, as you probably all know by now, with Jason Brishier's Archaics channel. And we're going through old books and doing some groovy high-end research. It's fantastic stuff, guys. Okay, it's gonna all rock the boat of Noah. I'm gonna show you with that. So, interesting little story before we get started. Myself and I went to a barbecue yesterday in the Sam Houston National Forest. I posted a short of it yesterday, where I witnessed there was ducks and chickens. My friend keeps ducks and chickens. He got like a load of them. But we seen a duck fucking a chicken. A duck, like literally fucking a chicken. He chased it. It was like, oh, no. And then this duck, when he was in like Flynn, and then he went in for seconds. This poor fucked up chicken. All the other chickens were going over to see if it was all right. He was like, no, not really. And I told the owner of the house, like the story of the duck fucker, and he said, yeah, he nails chickens all the time, like it basically fucks chickens all day, and Mrs. Duck just puts up with it. Nothing weirder than reality, okay? Nothing stranger than reality. Chicken, it's a big problem, is it, Mr. Munster? Is this something that just goes on in Texas? I do not know, okay? I've seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but I don't think that's the same. No. I know, right, guys? I think the chicken liked it. I don't know. You quack. You're quackers, you are. Oh, there you are. There's a fun little true story of my adventures in America. He came, he saw, he went, he saw the duck fucking a chicken. Yeah, I know. Who knew? So let's give you a few shots. Welcome you all in. I got loads of news for you guys. There's been so much going on. It's been super duper exciting. Okay, Texas has been a mind blow for somebody from fucking Hobbit land. Okay, like big, massive, fucking ridiculously big roads where everything's coming at you on the wrong side of the fucking roads. It's like, what the fuck? It's just, but everything seems to go along swimmingly, and nobody seems to get splattered. Even though there's like a squillion cars, but I do really like this place. It's so funky and very, very beautiful. There's all weird critters and snakes and stuff. They got guns and it's really good. I like Texas. Okay, right now I'm going to do a presentation. Okay, of an old book from 1896, which I have covered briefly years ago in the past, which is Aphrodite. The word Aphrodite, but in reverse, which is almost unpronounceable. And it's the story of going to the ends of Earth. And some guy, either this is like crazy Tartarian science fiction, or this actually went down, but it has been disputed back in the day whether or not this all went down. Okay, a journey to the ends of Earth and a guy meeting a race of beings. And it comes with like an illustrated guide, which comes in the book, which we're going to look at because the images are fantastic, by an engraver called Knapp. And we're going to look at that. We're going to look at what I've been up to, some shared images, and the news, which is I'm going to do a meet. We're going to have a meet. This is your chance, if you're in America land, to make arrangements to get to Houston, Texas for the 10th of June. Okay, so you've got a couple of weeks to get this on. We're fixing a venue suitable, but in the meantime, you could still book a ticket because we got all of that covered. Okay, still just make sure you get to Houston for what will be the event of the year, without a shadow of a doubt. That's myself presenting, meeting you guys, and Jason Brashear's Archaics as well, presenting and meeting you guys. And then we're going to do a big Q&A, and then we're going to have a big loving. Okay, because this is, in fact, because I've arrived in America land, who knew? We're going to have the Summer of Love, the 2023 Summer of Love 2.0. Okay, this will be much, much better because the fucking hippies, all they had was peace and love. If they'd have had truth, peace, love, and truth, it's probably worth doing. Yeah, but we got it nailed because we got all of it. Okay, we got a manifestation technique down. Okay, so like our dreams become reality. I'm in a land of dreams, America land, guys. Yeah, it makes where I come from look like the third world. It is broken. Britain is so broken. Everything is old as fuck or falling apart, new as fuck, and it's just like but they don't have the same thing going on in Texas. People are allowed their freedoms and they're basically left the fuck alone, which is fantastic. But it is really, really big here, so they got loads of space. Okay, just either everyone's crammed in huge, massive cities like this one, Houston, or they're out in the countryside, playing guitar and eating cows in burgers, which is fantastic. Okay, it's fantastic. So yeah, it's been I've had a mad ride, guys. There's been a lot of craziness going on. It's been fucking crazy, yo, like you wouldn't believe. So I'm going to have loads of stories to tell you all eventually on my journey, my life journey. So I've got 226 of you, shit out of nowhere. Welcome to you all. The American Dream, Martin Leedker, The Journey to the Ends of Earth. I'm going to present a little bit in a minute, and we may even get special guests somewhere along the line. Do you think that is even a possibility? Maybe. Anyway, let me just share a little bit in a minute. I'm going to visit John Levy. A few have asked me that. I would love for John. Like I don't drive and stuff, John Castle, but John Levy does. And I'm guessing like he's in traveling distance, you know, jump in his car, bring his cat, if you don't want to leave it, or dog as well. And mosey on down, that would be fantastic. And then he could present, and that would be fantastic. Or just even visit, and that would be fantastic as well. So there's lots of famous, as you could say, truthers are snapping up tickets. So there's going to be a lot of interesting people there, guys. It's going to be one for your memoirs, one for your memories. It's going to be a very truthy, hard-hitting, taking this whole thing to a high vibration and a new higher level of thinking, okay, where we do not keep ourselves in tiny little boxes, okay, because we don't all know what the score is. None of us, everyone got a different perspective of reality. Every one of us got a different worldview, and so we should, because we're individuals. But we gotta, you know, to think our way out of this shit show. And the inevitable resets, which definitely happen and will come down, where possible outside sources would just love to fucking kill each and every one of us. And by the same token, I really do think there's a benevolent force watching over all our sweet asses that's going to be looking after us throughout the whole thing. It's coming, whether everyone likes it or not. But more beautiful than that is the next level of consciousness for us all, and a new way of seeing the realm and seeing it for how it really is. It's unveiling to us, guys. It's unveiling the mystery of it all, which is the most beautiful thing you could possibly imagine, and we're all part of right here in the now. So there's my son there in Wales land. We're my son, who is awesome, Lawrence Leaker, who is sharing my Bitcoin wallet. because I've got a bit of coin wallet which I need to link up. I know, because people are off of crypto, and I got to get on it. So, Son of Overbrook, good to see my brother. And Brian Evans, he's also One Love, Brian, back. Welsh invasion of Texas, I'm sure. I don't think there's too many Welsh people here. I have met another Brit, though, which was cool. But I don't think there's too many Welsh people in the state of Texas. Yeah, it's 80 quid. It is dirt cheap for American standards. It's the price of going to the supermarket or for a couple of pints with your friends. And it's going to be a lot more epic than that. I can guarantee you. Okay, then you get the huggage and talkage with ourselves. Okay, our avatars will meet you. It's going to be awesome. You're excited? Have you been in America? Yeah. It's like Led Zeppelin's first tour of America. Okay, or Black Sabbath's first tour of America. It's like that.
It is.
It is like just like that. Exquisite, says Angela Baby Carson. Thank you, lovely. Okay. It is accelerating. You know, the waking process is accelerating. We need to catch up with it. So the whole game had to up the ante, guys. The whole thing had to be shifted. The whole thing had to be taken to another realm of overstanding for all of us, you know, linking different groups and communities across the plane, you know, finding mutual overstanding for the greater good, for getting the answers. Okay, because if there's any opposition with anything, you're going to get further away from the prize. You all know that one, don't you? So if you focus on the prize at hand, the truth of it all, okay, which is a worthy thing to do, guys. It's a really fantastic thing to do with your life, is the quest for truth. I can't think of anything better to do in this realm than that, is the quest for truth. For helping everybody out there who is on their own, believing weird shit. You know, we hear it all the time, don't we? You know, the weird shit they all believe in their strange cult, which they don't even know they're in because they're being subject to Stockholm syndrome. Okay, they will do anything to protect what they think is the full limits of their experience. So that is the job, the home, the mortgage, the family, the early death, bollocks, bollocks, bollocks. It's all just rubbish. We are so much more in our experience. Yeah, people limit themselves when they have no need to, because the world is your oyster. If you can dream it and you can see it, it can be real. The only thing that stops that is self-doubt. So you have to know yourself, believe in yourself, trust yourself, get out there, press that button for action and make it fucking happen. Don't think about it. Get beyond that point and on to the next point and on to the next point. It will arrive. It comes maybe a little bit later than you expect, which is really frustrating. But don't be frustrated, because it will arrive. It's all part of the journey. Okay. Let me have a little sip of a coffee each. So, Mr. Munster, good to see you, my friends. G. Loro, good to see you. Oi, good to see you. Birds, good to see you. Yeah, manifesting is a reality in this place. If this place is even real, which I doubt, because all is mind. So we're sharing the same experience. So what's that, Esley? May 6, 2023, Black Sabbath. Okay. Only we're better. Love you, Martin, from Pink Diamonds. Good to see you, my friend. Okay, let's get this in gear, because I've got a bit to get through and I've got images and all sorts and to catch up, and you can see what I'm thinking. AI and flat earth. Well, that is the thing, isn't it? That's the issue with most minds. Jailbreak to inform the masses. This place, if you get down to the fundamentals, has the answer. You know, the geometry, the fractal nature, and mathematically with the Fibonacci sequence, the golden ratio of pi, etc. phi, you can see that this place has been encoded by an intelligent mind. And there's no doubt about it. So if you get down to the fundamentals, it seems to be that this place, even if you want to break it down to the atom, noughts and zeros, binary, which the I Ching tells us. The I Ching tells us that reality, when you get down to the fundamentals, is binary, which sort of suggests that maybe that they're running a sim in the future and we're in it now, or even in the past. Who even knows? That could be very well the case, because this place is definitely malleable, and you can set your intent and you can create or mold whatever reality you so desire. But you have to be careful, because it has to be for the good of everybody else, not selfish, or you will be twatted by the cosmic 2x4. Okay, this is something that you have to get right. Okay, because it comes back at you bigger than what you put out, because everything you put out into reality comes back at you, because this is a mirrored realm. You mirror and it mirrors back at you. People, the same, exactly the same. Okay, so just, I do the love thing. I'm fabulously annoying to evil people. They don't like it. They cringe in my presence if they're not good. So it's really funny. So, true shit. Thank you, Angela, baby. Right, Carson. So we're going to get into some juicage. Now, we got this meet coming, and it is set to be. It's going to maybe bigger than you all expect. There's things unfolding. Keep a watch on my community page, and I will keep you updated. There's my friend there. There's my bestie there. There's Melich, who is in the house. Hi, everyone. Hi, Mel. See you, love. Yay! Guess where I am? I know, America land. No, I knew that would do that. So Xavier Dack says, Buryport, South Wales. Oh, nice one, Xavier. That's not a typically. Oh, that obviously that's not your real name. Okay, because as I say, that's not typically Welsh, is it? But it's Bliffage, who's in LA. Good to see you, my bro. Who's awesome, truther, and does lots of things for the community. I know you know. I know you know. Okay, what's this? Is that listening to and crocheting to autodidactic? We've just done a video. What the fuck is going on with these Victorian photos, yo? He does. So, I'm very kind. Yes, I'm going to need that, because I came out here on a wing and a prayer with sweet fuck all. Try doing that, guys. Jump into another continent with no pharaoh or nothing. I did that. And I created it. I created everything that was here. Made it happen. That's because I had belief, and I knew that I would be okay. I knew there's something protecting me, and I just felt not bothered. So, love you, Latvia. I'm Estonian, so we're nearly family, Leo. Okay, we're nearly fam. We're all fam anyway, aren't we? So Sherry Ives, she's in America land too. Sherry baby. And Cheech. What Cheech? This you. Jolly man, who's talking to burn fat until my stomach is as flat as earth. I love that. I love that title. The guy's name. Okay, let's get into some juicage, and I will show you. Well, now, as I said, we're going to be holding back on. We're going to be sorting a venue, but still buy your tickets for Houston and make arrangements for hotels and what have you for the date of June 10th, excuse me. And we will hit you up closer or very, very soon. But we're waiting for some messages where this thing might set to be going through the roof, and it will be fantastic beyond belief. You won't even imagine. Okay, so that is coming. If you want part of that usage, and you're in America and you've got sweet fuck all else to do, jump on her, whatever they do in America. They don't jump on trains, they jump on planes. Do that and come and hook up. You know, it's like every day you get to see a flat earth Britisher in America land. Not hardly ever. So there you are. Am I presenting there? Can you see that? So Antiquatech, Cycles of Destruction and Redacted Histories, with myself and Archaics, Jason Bashirs. We're both going to be doing presentations, and it's set to be the event of the year. And I'll show you a little advert that's been made a little bit later on towards the end of this post. and it's going to be fab. So you want part of that juice, guys? I know you do. I hope some people come from Britain. Jump on a plane in Britain. Come over, some of you. Everyone get there. Okay, everyone get there. This is the next summer of love. This is going to be fantastic loving. This is going to be good vibes right across the board. This is going to be mind splats. This is going to be big high-end truths for you all. Okay, taking this whole thing to another level where it needs to be, guys. Okay, we don't entrench ourselves. We don't limit ourselves. We make things bigger. We make things better for everybody. So everybody can be happy and have a better existence in this weird ass place. Does that make sense? Okay, get your tickets. Okay, usage. Now we're going to get stuck into this because that's what we do here on Flat Earth British. So I've been studying this book. I've studied it once or twice in the past, and I will share it with you in the descriptions box as soon as this live feed's over. Etidorhpa or Etidorhpa, or the end of Earth is a strange history, a mysterious being, and the account of a remarkable journey as communicated in the manuscript to Llewellyn Dury, who promised to print the same but finally evaded the responsibility which he assumed. So I'm guessing that in the reprint there's been some changes. Now, why would you do that if it was science fiction? Sort of seems to me that there may be some elements of truth in this book, and it is quite a famous book at the time and caused quite some stir. 419 pages, so it is rather a big book, but it's got an interesting preface here, which I always thought that was really interesting. I think it's a bit cryptic, but I think there's a deeper meaning in it. So it says, books are as tombstones, made by the living for the living, but destined soon only to remain as of the dead. The preface, like the epitaphs, seems vainly to implore the passing tribute of a moment's interest. No man's allude to either a grave inscription or a preface, unless it is accompanied by the inevitable charm which age casts over mortal productions. Productions, isn't that an interesting phrase to use? So there's obviously a deeper meaning in that, which is evading me right now. So we're going to have a look at some of the images for this. So what the score is, I'll give you a PDF that can come, I'll link up as well, which will be a full explanation of this book, which is really groovy because you get the gist of it on this website here, which has a Piranesi artwork here, interesting enough. It deals with reset subjects. So there it is. It's from 1896. The guy who wrote it there is a total freak. Look at that beard. What a weird get. I think his head's on upside down. I think the hair should be on top, and the beard not there. Anyway, so you wouldn't, this is what the guy says, he wouldn't usually post these depictions, which I'm going to share with you now, from Augusta Snaps. They are actually mind-blowing, but it's the secret history of mysterious beings and an account of a remarkable journey as communicated in a manuscript by Llewellyn Dury. But he never promised. He promised to print the same, but finally evaded the responsibility. The novel was published in 1895 and shares the features similar works of concern of travels exploring the interior of Earth. Okay, so they're saying that it's a journey to the interior of Earth. What I find fantastical about this is they talk about going across oceans of liquid crystal, and you have to go across there in a steel boat. So I'm trying to wonder whether this guy in 1895 writing these or recanting this manuscript knows of liquid crystal. We know what liquid crystal is now and the mind-blowing properties, but what about back then, guys? So I'm going to share some of the images with you now. I'll share this link, which will give you a deeper understanding into this book. But they meet these beings, which is neither female nor male, and they go into the interior and meet strange creatures. But interestingly enough, they have various properties of intoxicating drugs as well, which is sort of suggesting that this guy's tripped this vision, which doesn't dispel it at all to me. And he had write-ups and was cited by H.P. Lovecraft and also H.G. Wells as well. So it was a counterpart of this guy. So the ends of Earth, check this image out. I don't know what to make of this, but this is fantastic. Excuse me. There are so many cool images with this snap. So with this one here, you've got like hands, each finger pointing towards the open way in front. And this guy, you know, they've just got like in featureless, no eyes. And maybe he doesn't need eyes because he's a troglodyte. Maybe these are the race that went down prior to the flood, and they've just been down there all that time, living in cities way below. I was talking to tomorrow I may be in the studio with Jason Archaics. I think that might be on the cards, I don't know, but we're talking about we've been talking about these remains that have been found like literally a mile down in coal mines in Texas. And you know the Texas Wall, yeah, well the Texas Wall they cite is, they think, a natural geological formation. But in fact, it goes like, I can't even imagine what he said. It was just multiple stories below the ground level of Texas, like a wall like this big, like a wall like that below Texas. And people finding machinery, plant machinery, tools, etc., a mile down in pits. And, you know, where they dug for oil and stuff in Texas, they're bringing up all sorts of remains of cities that are a mile down. So we'll talk about that with Archaics a little bit in the future, guys, okay? So an interesting factor of this book is that he could float. He could fly around as well because the air was soupy and, you know, he could basically, he fluttered to the earth in a leap without a fall. So you could jump off what looked like the ice wall and then he's just like floating because, you know, whatever they call gravity is not exactly the same. So they fly around, which is fantastic. And then you see these monstrous, what look like bauxite columns, don't they? They look like the Giant's Causeway, which is supposed to be caused by some sort of volcanicity. But some people say the basalt columns are veins of giant trees, don't they? So what you find in this mysterious world that he's telling us about is a massive fauna, megafauna, which we talk about with Archaics concerning the vapor canopy, or the time of the vapor canopy, when fauna and trees were massive, as were people. Everything is being made smaller. So we came to a metal boat, okay, and then he went across a lake of liquid crystal, which blows my mind, actually. Okay, so there's the guy when he came out. The picture's in the wrong order a little bit, but let's move on. So last rays of sunlight before he went down into like this subterranean world where you've got like stalagmites and stalactites. I think there's more going on with them than they're telling us. I really do think there's more going on. And this is the girl that the book is sort of named after, but there is connotations with Aphrodite because she's the water bringer, isn't she? And she's attributed to love, fertility, and that sort of thing. All good things, wholesome things is Aphrodite. So yeah, he gets a vision. He stood alone in the room holding the mysterious manuscript, which I think there's elements of truth in. I really do. And for it to be altered as well, I think. Excuse the dogs in the background. I'm at home. Okay, so yeah, high strangeness. And like, I'll throw you off the cliff. It's a bit like the Matrix. Can you take the leap first time? And he didn't, because he just floated down. I made that bit up, but it just made the book sound far more interesting. Okay. Which it is an interesting book, and when you link it up, it's blow your mind. But it's 413 pages of high strangeness, guys. Megafauna. See these plants? They look like the Voynich manuscript, because I wouldn't be able to tell you what anything is. They have giant plants, giant flowers, and I know that looks like a pterodactyl. And I don't know what frame of reference, but dinosaurs, or the idea of them, had just come out during the Bone Wars. But it could be just like a winged freaky bird, yeah, like Thunderbird the Indians tell you about, yeah, somewhere between a bat and a bird. Okay, I know that's not possible because bats are mammals, but you know what I mean. And strange mushrooms, giant centipedes, giant narwhal type creatures, and giant frogages. So like stuff out like the Voynich manuscript living there, which is unbelievable. And it's similar to the story of Iron Republic, and similar to the story of Olaf Johnson and the Smoky God, where he finds himself in a new world. So there is the lake of liquid crystal, which is just crazy. And it reflects as a crystal mirror. Isn't that interesting? I do give some thought to the ferryman. The ferryman that they tell you about in the afterlife. That you've got to have money to give the ferryman to take you across some sort of lake. Yeah. And that's also in the Divine Comedy. Some sort of lake and a ferryman taken across. So you can see the size on the mushrooms there, just absolutely fantastically big. So it's a lot more like vapor canopy sort of environment. And here's the people that live there. Mirror was the trust beneath my gaze. So they gave him a mirror, which I suspect is some sort of technology, because obviously you've seen a looking glass in Victorian England. So whatever these strange people with the masks on are showing him, they look humanoid, but they are covered up. So, that's intriguing in itself. Why would they show in the mirror, and why is he so shocked? Check the fauna out, guys, the strange fauna and the strange shroom things. So, yeah, interesting that they made this character, this person that met him and took him down under, not male or not female. Maybe there was some reasoning in that. Maybe they wanted to just hide the identity. I don't know why that would be the case. But if they're troglodyte by nature, maybe then doing another form of reproduction, DNA splicing. So concerning Antarctica, I really do feel that there is an ice wall, but I do feel that they found something in Operation Deep Freeze, which I talked about on Archaics book monkey show the other night, which was quite mind-blowing because I got to go through some slides that have been given to Archaics of somebody who took them themselves. We had to look at them through a projector of Antarctica, and they had what looked like a large town, just temporary buildings, I guess, with corrugated iron, but I guess that could be McMurdo. But large, very large transport planes that you wouldn't expect could land on supposedly ice, landing on Western Antarctica, and they were absolutely huge. Also crashed ones. So they've been taking stuff out here for at least 50 years. And I said, and I posted about that they needed forklift truck drivers that I posted about my community page for jobs there now. They need a large amount of lorry drivers, so forklift drivers. So I don't know what they're doing, but they need people to do warehouse work. So turns out that the Nazis and Adolf Hitler had a massive infatuation, you could call it. But Hitler, his hero, was an Antarctica explorer. And it seems to be everything that they did and everything they was thinking about was connected with Antarctica. You can see that the Vrillian movement, the Vril but that was North Cyclus connected with the Northern Oceans and the Hyperborean. But the Hyperborean could easily be a way inside as well, because Admiral Byrd was said to go in through the North Pole to a hole where he went down into an inner world with massive cities and high technologies, as you may know. Right, excuse me. Okay. Excuse me. So, yeah, there's been a Nazi infatuation, and they basically went there to New Schwab, which sounds like Klaus Schwab, who turns out he's a billionaire and has got a bit of a say in this place. So I think there might be a connection there with Schwab and Schwab land, so to speak. Yeah, so I've been reading a bit of this book. It's absolutely crazy to think that Adolf Hitler was just totally obsessed with Antarctica. They're supposed to have took submarines there. Now, I think that the Germans knew more than they let on. You know, Captain Cook here, right? The first circumnavigation, you could say, of what they thought was the Antarctic continent. Well, that happened in 1773. And he couldn't find a way in through the ice wall, and he clocked almost 60,000 miles. How is that even possible if the ball is supposed to be 25,000 miles around the equator? One might ask. But Cook went round Europe, he tried to find his way in through the ice wall, and he couldn't do it. So if you imagine on a flat Earth map, an azimuthal equidistant, that the ice is all the way around the outside, the land is in the middle, and we're in a sort of lake with ice all around us higher. And that ice, okay, could tip. Okay, or to be more specific, there could be an event which would send the waters crashing in to the middle bit and, well, do what it done before. But there will be survivors, and there is ways out. Preparation and an overstanding and getting tipped off is a biggie. So yeah, they had a real big stiffy about the old Antarctica. Did the Nazis, and Hitler himself had a massive interest in famous German explorers. So I'm going to link that book up because it's a connection. I think that definitely the Nazis knew a little bit more than they're letting on about what's going on in Antarctica. Okay, now I'm going to share some images with you. Okay, we'll have a little giggle. So this is Jason Archaics. This is him going to work. He's got his, he probably won't be very happy with done this, but it's just tough. Look, right? So he's going on a mission. He's ready. Okay, he's got his sandwiches. He sorted them out with his sandwiches. And he's got the mystery time machine because he's going off to solve a case. Okay, who's haunted the house? Okay, we're Scooby doing it, guys. We're Scooby doing it in America. So there's Sherry S. Or hanging out in the Texas countryside, and you can see that on my community page. There's me in a store in America trying on an American hat, which I wear very well, by the way. I definitely think I should get one. Okay, and a pair of I could be a gun-toting Welshman. Yeah, like a Yosemite Sam, or more Yosemite Bachin, because I'm from Wales. So there I am, trippy. Don't see too many shirts like that, I'm guessing. Okay, there I am, quick draw McGaw. Okay, spinning my hands because I haven't got guns. Okay, there I am, learning to swim at the pool. Only yesterday in the current bun, which I've had to explain to my American friends means sun, because it's Cockney rhyming slang. And then we went in the pool. So there we are. There I am the other day with Jason Archaics in the studio with Matthew, getting ready to do the live show, which we did the other day on Archaics channel, which was fantastic, by the way. I was jet lagged to fuck and a bit worse for wear, but you know, I won't let that stop me. There's ladies down by the pool. And yesterday, a rare phenomenon over the swimming pool, which you do not see very often, was a sauna corona. Yeah, I know. Who knew? So there I am in the pool learning to swim. A bit like a spaz, but I'm getting better as I'm getting older. Okay, there I am. I've got my armbands on because I'm a grown man. I don't want to drown. There I am doing the doggy paddle, smashing it. Okay. Okay.
No.
Child. Okay, we're moving on. We're moving on. Moving on up, moving on up. Moving on up, moving on up. Moving on up, moving on up. Okay, now we're going to have a look at some Texas. I went to Dealey Plaza. I've always wanted to go there. Fuck me. Why do I keep doing that? Excuse my language. Not really. Dealey Plaza. So apparently, you know, back in the day, see that window there where that box is? Well, they've left it open because that's where Lee Harvey Oswald was supposed to have shot that fateful shot. So I should have took some grass from the grassy knoll. But anyway, there's a building on the other side, which is far more interesting. So I got talking to a guy which told me about this criminal courts place here. And he said that that's a far more interesting building because Bonnie and Clyde Barrow was in court in here and walked from here and went across the road to his girlfriend, who was Bonnie, who worked for the government. The federal government. She was one of them. So I think that the psyops of gangsters that we heard and all these tales like Bonnie and Clyde are just government. This could be really bad for your health if you go robbing banks. Sort of warning. Also, Pretty Boy Floyd had also been in court in here as well. He'd also walked. And loads of other famous American gangsters all been in this court, which is next door to the book suppository, like right next door, coincidentally. So there's been action going on there. So here's my visit. They got a lot of old architecture. They got a thing that looks like a castle in the center. This is Dallas. Okay, that's me in Dealey Plaza.
Right. Trippy vibe in here. I'm in the JFK Memorial in the center of Dallas, downtown Dallas. Check this out. And it feels weird in here. Just like a cube.
Okay.
And then just that. No statue or nothing. Gerald Kennedy. I'll show you what's out the windows. We're just around the corner from Dealey Plaza, which is just down there. Over by there. And just going to take a stroll down into downtown. Dallas Edge. See if we can find J.R. Ewing. Or Victorian Principal. Trippy in here, isn't it? What?
I just want to add, it was a piece of shit. I felt weird.
Oh, look at that. Yeah. I wonder if that's by design. Because you can just see the Antiquatech sticking out the top, and that was it. That is mad. What a strange concept this was, though.
They got the black square thing going on.
Well, and we're in a cube, like the Cadma. It's the cube.
Yeah, right.
You know, this is like to the place
But
where we live.
But it's just the program.
Really? Trippy vibe in here.
Okay. So that was to commemorate the JFK getting splatteroonied, and it's right next to this, or not getting splatteroonied, but you know what I mean. Let's pretend. They got this massive Tartarian gig next to this cube. Interesting that it's a cube, isn't it? A bit like the Kaaba. They know more that's going on. There was a giant queue outside the building. Couldn't establish what the queue was, but people queuing outside of what looked like a court or something. But that was in Dallas. I met loads of fine people in Dallas. It was a really pleasant place. They got a lot of Venetian stuff going on in Dallas, though. Look at this. The hermetic carvings, you could say. Fully Venetian. But the top bit looks like it's been put on after. You see, I've seen a few examples of that. I've seen a brick wall with a skyscraper on top, and the wall looked like it was stone. So,
had
Matt
balloons.
Liga speaking. Hi guys. Dallas shorts. These are. Check this out for Phoenicia. Check this out. It's a beautiful hotel, but look at that.
Really?
All the Phoenicians there. Look. And look at the architectural feature hanging up under there. And all of the architectural features higher.
London
You can admire it
McLovin.
in the past from a balloon. Because no sense being up there when no one can see it. That's John. Okay.
Okay, that was my outing there. We found a water feature in a park in Dallas, and it turns out to be like a Victor Schroberger type of water vortexing thing. I have got a shot to put up, but I actually didn't get around to it. And the insanely big buildings, weird geometry going on, which gives you this weird three-dimensional sort of looking thing. Very strange construct. As myself, Jason, when I first arrived, I've been here sort of 10 days now, which has flown by. I don't know where the time has gone, but time flies when you're having fun, I guess. So we're going to have a look at some old images now. I'm going to come back for a second because basically I'm going to dump my side picture thing because I'm not digging that really. Not really. So 476 of you turned up. It was fantastic to see you. So yeah, flat Earth British, Welshman in America. There's McLovin. We love you, McLovin. He's a jolly fine chap. I'm in America. Good, isn't it, guys? Cody, good to see you. Right, we'll do some Q&A a bit later. If anyone's got any questions, we'll do that as well while I'm here. Okay, Pamela, good to see you, my friend. Lovely, lovely, lovely Pamela, who brings the massive love vibration and drops it like a massive thermobaric bomb of love on you, whether you want it or not. Okay, so you're like, oh, I was really unhappy. My face was all frowny, and now it's up. I feel all happy. Okay, guys, it takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile. That's why you get achy face when you're miserable and grumpy. Austin, good to see you. Austin, are you from Austin? That would be wicked if you were Austin from Austin. And slightly confusing, I did say. So, Sid, good to see you, my friend. Double flat thumbs to infinity, Thrice. And D'Angelo's in the house. Good to see you, my bro. Auntie Doris. So, yeah, having a fab time. America is a very, very welcoming place. Everyone loves Welsh people, yeah. And, yeah, man. Everyone likes it that I'm here in their country. Americans, it's good. It's really good. Love it. Yeah. New West Reset. Oh, nice name. Nice name. Good to see you. And now Brian Bachin from back home in Wales land, which seems a very, very long way away, which it is, by the way. Dallas Fowler from Texas. Dallas, good to see you. I hope you come to the meetup. Join the Rainbow Riders Society now before it's too late. Oh, I don't know what all of that is. Anything with society in it, I'm like, oh, I don't know about that. Sounds a bit clubby. I don't know. Maybe I don't. Maybe I got it wrong. So flat. Excuse me. Flat Infinite Plane Earth. Good to see you, my friend. Jolly man. And lovely, lovely Edna Bell. We love you, Edna Bell. We're sending you much love right now. There's Paul Cookies in the house. What one Paul? Guess where I am, Paul? I don't know. Good, isn't it? In America land. Woohoo! Everybody after 3, okay, with Pamela. Okay, so she's starting like a Mexican wave of love. Pamela's going to start it. Woohoo! After 3. 1, 2, 3. Woohoo! Okay, good. I felt that. So lobotomy's up. Dome. Steph, good to see you. See how quickly I answered that. Knew the answer straight away. Okay, Johnny Wick. Okay. Sounds like you were trying not to be John Wick. Is that your real name, though? Because that would be weird. So, Aaron, good to see you. Pantson, good to see you. Kathleen, happy day. And NA Literalist, good to see you. Right, let me get my Brian in order because I haven't been live in a little bit for a week or so. So I'm a bit weirded out by it all. Obviously, it's a massive culture shock. Yeah, because the roads where I come from are about that wide. They've got like 2 lanes, cars going that way and cars going that way. And there's usually cars parked on the sides. You couldn't go anywhere, any fucking way. And the roads here are like about fucking hundreds of lanes. And there's millions of cars. It's fucking weird. Is what it is. If you're from Hobbit world, that is. So, DJ, good to see you. Oh, yes. Texas is where it's at. Okay. But I'm not going to, you know, don't tell everyone. Don't want everyone turning up in Texas. It's not free for all. So, oh, there's Paul talking to our hippie shaker. Do you think a birthday's coming up? If I remember rightly, I'm not sure. There are some birthdays coming up. I have to be on that. Okay. So, how does a knob get clout, yet the OG of melted anger gets nothing? It's too cryptic, OG. Don't know what you mean. That's too much for me. Sean, good to see you. Captain Rankin's in the house as well. Okay, we're going to have a look at some 1870s photographs, early photographs of Colombia, Bogota, and other towns in Colombia, South America. And we're going to wonder, how is all of this shit actually there? Okay, not that you know, South America is underdeveloped in any way, because they say it isn't, but it's what looks like classical architecture in Rome and the usual absence of people and a few anomalies we're going to have a look through. Okay, so what was that, Natalia Emerald? Umilova. Sorry. You fucked that up then, which I don't like to do. Okay. Dallas Fowler. Texas reminds me of Hotel California. Well, we were listening to Hotel California yesterday in the car, and I tell you what, that song actually nails it. Yeah. You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. Just shows that we come in this place over and then over again. Okay. Until you get good at the game. Okay, and then you graduate. Okay, and then we all wake up in some weird room, and then they all clap and say, "Well done, well done, well played, well played." Do I have to go back into all that weirdness and the 5th century reality, or 6, if you're lucky? Captain Rankin, see you. Okay, let's get back into some more usage because this is not going to be the longest vlog in history. Sinji baby, how you doing, mate? Hope you're all well. And everything is good with you. Okay, so Paul Cook is just in the house. Jenny is in the house. Okay, we got the gang in. Alpha Billy, good to see you, my Alpha Billy. Guess where I am? Yeah, I know, American land. I hope you make it to the do, because that's not gonna be one you want to miss. Okay, guys, that's not. Yeah, the book suppository. Yeah, that might have been a Freudian slip. I don't know what happened with that, just JP, but I didn't. I'm supposed to put book suppository. Suppository, so I've been told. I'm no expert on this. It's something you put up your bum. Yeah, which is sort of Freudian slip, telling you, right, that it's all bullshit. Does that make even sense? Okay. Okay. Jack Ruby. It's all coded anyway. It's all bollocks. Not Christian enough for you. I don't know what that means. I don't like the sound of it. I'm not joining in with you. That sounds like you're no fun. That sounds like when you're in the playing ground when you're a kid. You pull hair and run away. I might be wrong. Layla's musings. Good to see you. See, anything like that is like it causes opposition, and I'm not really doing like, you know, religion or even caring or anything like that about any of it because it's not my reality. You knock yourself out, not literally because that would be bad, but yeah, praise be. I'm not even bothered. It's good. It's all good. If you're happy, I'm happy. How's that? Eh? Win-win. Okay, big up Johnny Wick. Okay, not to be messed with. Any, if it is John Wick. What an epic chat. Okay, now dig in. Make sure to share this out if you would. Okay, there's plenty going on. Oh, there's Annie D. Oh, they're all happy that I'm here. I'm happy that I'm here too, and I'm lucky to be here. Okay. So I'm going to share screen this time without my fucking face on it. You don't want to be seeing that. Okay. And I'm going to show you some vintage pictures, and we got some more shares to go through with you as well, and some images that I've collected. We're going to get on with the show. Okay. Colombia. Now, bit of a mind blow, this place. I got to be honest. These photos are crazy. The whole place looks like it's... Why do I keep doing that? The whole place looks like it's been reset, as you're going to see, because... excuse me. So what you got here is some sort of what looks like it belongs in Egypt. It's an obelisk, and you got like the Phoenician statues, these mountains all around. But strange that the roads are just little stones, and they haven't actually got any infrastructure or haven't had time to actually build anything. Yet you got this fantastic big classical obelisk in the center of the place. So how is that impossible? Just makes no fucking sense. And some of the sizes, some of these buildings, look at the size of these. So yeah, they could attribute this to being built by the Spanish or the colonials, like the usual score for South America, or the Portuguese, or whoever. But what you find is you get a classical theme, what look like some replaced buildings, like this one here. Looks like, I don't know whether you can see this top bit here. But it looks like this is the top bit of an older building. Something's missing on that curtain wall. Oh, brilliant. What's that? What's that? Okay. Awesome, Dawson. That's... Ooh. Thank you. I got a sandwich. So, yeah, they're really highly technological. They got, like, massive, massive buildings. We'll see in a minute in these shares. But what you're going to find here is this is their transport hub. So... Number 11 tram is running with 2 horses. Apparently 2 horses carry or run that along rails full of people. How many tons would that be? And there. But they do have the telegraph, but only muddy roads, no infrastructure to speak of, and the trams are horse driven. But actually, they were apparently horse driven until 1873. And then they started to introduce electric trams. So it's not a backwater as such, is it? People are dressed with shiny top hats, and they all look like they're elites. And see some Antiquatech coming up shortly. But this classical theme, again, looks like anywhere in the developed world. Not too many people in this picture, but look at that building there. Looks like it's a bit of Rome. And it's in South America. And again, giant doors, too big for the little people that live there. This street is cobbled, however. Can't see any telegraph poles in that street at all. No, doesn't seem to be any. I can't see any lampposts either, which is unusual. Where's the lighting? There are a few ghosts of people down there in the background. And that is because it takes, later on, it takes a little while to develop a picture, apparently. But apparently, 40 years earlier, they haven't got that same issue, because I've seen photographs from the 1840s with running horses, or action shots, if you like. Apparently, they lose that technology a little while later. So what do you think of this freaky thing? Because what it looks like to me is a retaining wall to keep out that mud that is eventually solidified, which is still there today. And they're outside of that wall, and it's just mud and a muddy path, and they're dressed this fine. So why would you even have a wall around a load of mud anyway? Looks like there's a door going into it. If you look at that door there, and you look at that door there, it looks like you go into this building. It looks like there's another door going into whatever's inside this mud, which I find unusual. And see that door there? I think it goes maybe inside it. But why would you even wall the wall mud. So yeah, we're just going to build a big wall around all that mud and just leave it there. And also this, it's all scrub and all of that, but it looks like it's a load of mud on the outside of these towns. This one's, I think, Bogota. They haven't got like developed highways or anything. Although the place is sizable. They got these dirt tracks. All look like a lot of mess. They got some straight boulevards and rather large churches, as we'll see in these pictures. And this is a panoramic of Bogota. Place is vast. And it's a high up capital as well. But these buildings here are massive. So, oh, they're actually trees. But who put these statues here? You know, it's just crazy to think that you get such developed buildings in such shitty, dusty, dirty, stony roads. How did they get the stone there on a horse and cart down that road to that track I just showed you? Makes no sense. So there's a fair few people around here at this moment. They got like these things here. Guessing that might be a water feature. What we call bunko booths in flat earth British speak. All sorts of ideas of what they could be. Teleportation pods we've prostrated. Look at this. How old is that bridge? Let's have a look. Looks like a bit of Rome. But they got something rather more elaborate there. Okay. Whatever the people were that were living in Colombia before today's Colombians, which are sort of Spanish folk, aren't they? You got these slitty eyes. I'm not sure if these are like goggles or something for snow blindness, but you know what actually looks like that. So that is who was there before, or one of the peoples that was there before, and some of their belongings, some of their jewelry, which looks like to have a serpent theme, some what looks like hat pins type affairs, and some brooches and earrings. So, you know, quite nice jewelry for the people who lived in this area. But a lot of messed upness on the outside. You'll find this for so many cities where you just find all the mud, all you know, when it was wet and it was running, all the water's receded, dragging all of the shale and everything, all of the debris with it. And then you got the towns were all buried. They get dug out. You get dug out. The size of this thing. The gardens are pretty nice here. And that Moorish feel to what you would get with Spanish church. Full bell tech. Bells there. Probably in the clock tower. Which is a technology. A bell could chime and charge that clock every 15 minutes. The bell chimes, topping up whatever batteries are in there. So yeah, massive. That's obviously in the mirror inside the building, but huge columns. And the Christians and their need for all of that weird stuff on their altar, where you go to be altered and you go under the spire to be inspired, apparently. But highly weird. But, you know, at the end of the church, you have a good bit of blessings and stuff, or blessings. And then they hand round like a dish. They put money in it. So I wonder how much money they actually earn every week, all of the layman preachers and all of the people in all of these churches, all everywhere in the world. Seems like it's a bit of a racket, doesn't it? So I think that's say 10 Hail Marys, that'll be $10. Okay. So I think that might be pipes, is it? Or some sort of, or I don't even know what that is. It's too weird. I don't know. Something to do with an altar. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so Colombia's pretty good so far. And Phoenicians, as you can see, you got that hermetic sort of carvings, and it is of that period. So it's a rather large door, isn't it? And they got these buildings, and everything outside is to shit. Look, so they got that nice big building there, high elevation. This bit looks like the roof there, it doesn't fit. It looks like this is the fascia or the front of a building that was coming this way, is no longer there. And that looks like it's a newer bit on the back. after a reset. And then you're left with all of that in a town square. Does that even make any sense? Huge dressed stone. From what? And all of this rubble and shit. You know, this is from a, you know, that's a right angle. So it's 100% definitely a dressed masonry piece. And it's from a larger building, which is where? Probably where this thing was. And all that rubble. Does that make sense? That you would have that in the center of your city? No. Post reset pictures. And this is a Coptic themed church, domed. And it's really rustic and messed up, this thing. Okay. Doesn't feel South American. So there they are in their ponchos. And what you would expect to see a lot of in these pictures, although we got the population, which I doubt built any of this shit. You got the old ladderline, which is said to be also, I found out after I mentioned it the other day on Archaics post, has Masonic symbols. It's something to do with the Masons, is a ladder. Anyway, so, oh shit, let's look at that picture a minute. So check this out. It seems to be full of mud. Oh, why would you do that? Why would you just leave the mud there and build retainers up against it? And everything outside is literally too shit. It is a real mess, that. So like I mean, you know, they haven't got any infrastructure to get all the materials up there. I find it fascinating they would even build anything on that pile of rubbish. Garbage. Okay. So yeah, I would say the back bit is a replacement. The front bit is definitely older. Multiple bell tower. Which is a tech. And there's quite a bit of activity going on. There's a large pile of shit here. Oh, it's really weird. It's almost like they just turned up. So got the nicer streets, because that one looks much, much nicer. Although they have got open sewerage or open guttering in the center there. Maybe that's just for rain. Okay, let's have a look. So, now it looks to me like the mud or whatever. It's just, I can't tell whether that's water because it's not really running out of anywhere. So I'm saying it's not water. I'm saying it's like, you know, just the land cut away. Wherever it is, there's landslide down here. Let's come all the way to here. We got these old stone walls. I'm thinking this is not, looks like mudslide, doesn't it? Which wouldn't be unusual in a hilly place like that. But yeah, definitely screams of mud flood. And what looks like not long, too long before these photographs. What is that on the top of this tower? And what an unusual tower connected to an unusual building. So veins. They're called veins for a reason because they've got veins of metal through them that connect to charge. That looks like a cannon. It does look like a cannon. They're cannons, I think. A really unusual one, that. Could be a defensive position. And then you get these massive buildings here. So they managed to get something that big together. They brought all the materials up this tiny little street. And they built all of this massive architecture with it. Because that's way doable. And then you got all the wrought iron. So they got foundries going, making elaborate wrought iron, which we definitely think to be a technology, because it can capture them subtle charges. They even put sigils into railings, guys. They put like sigil faces into railings, like, you know, noses, eyes of demonic forms, so that when the subtle energies pass through them, they're tainted with evil Solomon sigil magic. So that's quite nice. That's rather nice. It's getting a little bit better. No people around in the nice districts. Only the crappy ones. Okay, we've got the army. Later on, they're going to go and kill Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, because that's all I know of Colombian history from the movies. And they went to Colombia, didn't they? Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, and then they get killed by the Colombian army. Which are these lot? Oh, I bet they're right, bastards. Okay. I may be wrong. What's the time? Let me have a look at the time. 10 to 4. Now, that can't be a coincidence, can it? Because I've mentioned on my last post, didn't I, guys, that predominantly the photographs that we see through antiquity always got 10 to 4 on the clock, no matter where they are in the world. How is that even possible? Spooky? Spooky. Okay, moving on. So, Colombia. I don't know what it's famous for. Cocaine, isn't it? What else is its imports? Coffee. Yeah, Colombian coffee. That's nice. So can you see the bit of Belbeck going on there? Look at this. And what is that tea bar thing on top? And this thing is massive. Look at the size of that thing. It's like it belongs in Belbeck. The size of them pillars compared to the people, guys. That definitely looks older world, and everything is smashed. Look at that under there, that wall there with dirt on top. This is blocks and masonry just left out. That is incredible. They still got the reset material in these pictures. They haven't got as far as cleaning it all up just yet. And the park looks a bit of a mess as well. Looks like it's all covered in mud and not cared for at all. Or that park doesn't look like it's cared for or maintained at all. Why is that? That one looks like it's not very well maintained either. I wonder why that would be. Look. So I noticed they got these upstairs balustrade things, these balconies. But we have said on Flight of British that when the water comes in a certain level, if it comes to you, you can literally jump off your boat and go up into the higher levels. So they would be handy for air balloon landing, and they would be handy for case of a flood prevention. Right, they're laying some paving down here. No, the paving comes to an end, and then it's just all shit. And then there's an ancient road under there, which is shown to us, which is interesting because it looks Roman. A cobble. Let's get down on that road. Yeah, there's an older road under that road, which is interesting because there's not supposed to be people there prior to the, the Spanish, etc. Colonials, whatever. Oh, that's a nice old bridge. Like I said, they're not supposed to be in there, so we're not getting things kicking off till like 1500s, 1600s at least. And you've got all this stuff. That's definitely flat, red. I know I can't see red, but I'm going to assume it is Roman brick because they come flatter and more like that. So it looks like Roman brick. And then all of that old stone filled in and something here boxed in as well. That's interesting. But a nice bit of doming. And a nice bit of bridge work as well. But no, doesn't seem to be much of a river, just a brook underneath it. Oh, it looks to shit. All right, let's have a look at this bridge. Okay, there's no water running through here. Interesting brickwork here, though. Really, really good brickwork. Okay. And the other bits of stone. There looks to be a window here. Can you see the arch here? Which looks like it's the top of a window. Interesting, there was a window in that bridge. So was there always a bridge? Because there's a window, there's a room. And there's a room in there somewhere. Interesting. And windows down there as well on the side. I don't even see them. Oh, excuse me. Fuck a duck. Fuck a duck. Or a chicken. Not good advice. That's just for my Chinese viewers. What about this here? Okay. That's the river. Wonder what they're watching. What are they watching? What are they watching? They're all looking at something, aren't they? The river's not there, is it? Can you see any river? I can see a load of mud halfway up that wall. How did that mud get up there? Okay, that's an unusual picture. There's a shit load of Spanish, Colombian people oogling nothing apparently going on. So the motor car has yet to arrive. That won't arrive to here till like 1906 at least. Okay, fireworks. It looks like they got some rocketeering going on. Okay. Well, they're doing better than NASA. Okay. They're doing the same as NASA because they come back down again, don't they? Oh, it looks like a firework gantry in the back. So, yeah, fireworks. Okay, that's understandable. What's that? This is the curb edge, is it? And it's filled with mud. See, again, it looks like it's an older world underneath the floor there. So, Colombia, Bogota, and other towns. Really interesting, but we're moving on. So, that's a bit to get through. I'm a comeback post. And my first ever post in the United States of America land. So I don't know what the narrative of this is, but he looks like he's Moses and he got one of those Moses button pressing chest plate things on. And just don't know what he's getting at, but I think they're going to sacrifice. Sacrifice is what they would like. Sacrifice, they say, is justified. So here's an angel come to visit, and he's really, really, really pissed off, that one. He's having a word. You need to sort it out. Custodians of the Matrix. Okay. I was commanded to watch over your innocence and to guard your chastity. Oh, fuck that. That don't sound too good. And this is, I posted on my last posts concerning melted buildings. Pretty hard to deny that that building looks like it's been turned to fudge by some heat source, which looks like it's coming from above. I think it's super lightning. You can see the bits of architecture all there, encased in solidified mud flow. It shows that this building has been hit by some sort of plasma, super lightning, and probably underwater as well. So Vanderbilt Mansion, Fifth Avenue, New York City. All of these mansions we've talked about before, and they are literally the tops of buildings. These buildings go way down. You can see the tops of a window there. Funny how all the best houses are all occupied by the elites, the Astors, the Vanderbilts, etc. But this Vanderbilt's mansion was known to have a giant organ in the loft space. So they basically were doing Antiquatech, and they were these things here. They look like they're flutes. Probably was the reason they were fluted, was to let the organ music out. And you got all of the Antiquatech on this as well. Look, the wrought iron and the resonators to collect the charge. So that would have been a completely self-sufficient building back in the golden age of Tartaria. And they just reoccupy them. Now these ones here, these are in Belgium. I've shown them numerous times, but these are fantastic. They can show you this technology here. So they would have had organs in these buildings, in roof spaces as well. And you can see these holes there, there. They look like speakers. There. On all these roofs, they look like speakers because that's what they're doing. They're resonating and they're giving off 432, who knows, whatever they're set at or whatever the organs are playing. The God tune, the God note, which you reach and causes euphoria, causes high. You can be high on good music as long as you reach that God note. But whoever took over this place, which I've talked about, you know, being the Phoenicians, the Atlanteans, whatever you want to call them, maritime by nature, the sea peoples, covered every single one of these buildings in their stuff, statues of them. And you can see the somatic windows there, you know, just for decoration. No, that's the technology of Antiquatech in the past. Active, maybe even now. And you got the eagle here, could even be a phoenix. You got the seashell, ever present, because it's letting you know that they come from the sea. The mysterious sea peoples we know little about, which we regard as the Phoenicians. Why? because we're speaking phonetics and we're speaking their language, and all of the banks, the finances, everything to do with health, birth, you name it, is all maritime by nature or connected with water, shall we say. So this is St. Petersburg back in the day. Winter Palace and Imperial Palace have no people around. They just like the tops of buildings sticking out of the ground. They are fantastical buildings, apparently built by Peter the Great. However, Peter the Great, he lives in a log cabin, and in his spare time, he designs or has designed the best architecture in the world, but he lives in a log cabin. Makes no fucking sense. So this is in I think this one's in Galveston, Texas, where I am now, and not far away. And it's an owl building, and it's identical to the owl building in Cardiff, where I live in Wales. So these buildings are replicated everywhere in Christendom. They're called owl buildings. They're often theatres, and they have these two opposing towers and the smaller towers in the middle. They're all exactly the same. They're called owl theatres, and they're the same everywhere in the world. Weird. So that there is basically what I posted last week. Delphi, and I find that fascinating that pillar is just sticking out the top of the stone, and there's something missing off the top of it, because this is a plinth for what would have been a building that was on top, or maybe even a statue, who knows. But everything that was there on top of that is no longer there, because it's been reset in the apocalypse. The apocalypse, in this case, fire or water. And this is in Cardiff, Central Market, and this is the phoenix rising from the flames, resurgi after the reset. So this one's a really good one. Check out this old Tartarian building. Look at the height on that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-story building. Looks like a castle. Absolutely fantastic. I'm sorry I can't give you the destination. I couldn't find the destination, but it is fantastic. And device of Cardinal Trent, and it's an alchemical symbol. Again, the reset narrative of a fiery reset and the phoenix, or in this case, phoenix. And this guy, this cat, he tried to fly too close to the sun, okay, Icarus, and his feathers got burnt and he floated back down because the air then was soupier and he only needed to attach these to gain flight. I think this was a common thing in the past when the air was much, much soupier and much more watery than it is now, and viscous. And stoned people. I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about people who look too lifelike. I've been talking about them for years. And is this the case that these people were actually solidified in said event? Okay. And then they were just rubbed down, cleaned up, and then used as statues. And is that what we're looking at? Would the elites do that with classical architecture and cemetery art, etc.? Would they actually be dead people inside and just put on parade to show you what they did with the reset? But I think in a lot of cases, these are real people. Too lifelike. It's unbelievable. So, yow, Ginge. This one's Ginger Christ. Okay. And he's saying, stop in the name of love. So, yeah, he's got stabbed, but it doesn't matter because he's come back. He's got some expensive silks on. That's all the money that he earned. And then he's got that. Basically, he's going to super glue that up. Super glue was invented for wounds in Vietnam. So I'm sure they would have had that from the Son of God. So I'm not sure about this. I think it's a sort of suggestion for mud flood maybe, or the fall of man. Unusual. Don't you think?
Yes.
And this tree here, I don't know if the tree was here first or the statue and how the statue actually got in the tree, but this is in England and it is what looks like a statue off of a church and it's inside of a tree. So I don't know the circumstances, but it is unusual. Also, that looks like it may be, you know, a certain part of anatomy. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Wow. So there she looks like. Oh, fuck this for a game of soldiers. I hope the next level's better. Fucking stoned in this one. Look at her eyes. I'm so stoned, I turned to stone. Which ELO will tell you, anyway. On their album, Out of the Blue, Turned to Stone. Tell you all about it in there. So, what they're doing here is ruining the apparently great expositions, dismantling them. I found it interesting. This one looks like you got fascias inside the pillars. They look like they're even metal. And they're just basically smashing up. But if you look on here, you'll see faces of this Phoenician architecture. And here's the wrecking ball coming to take it all away, which apparently did with all of the expositions. That one is in San Francisco. Which makes no sense. And again, with the old alchemical images showing us, in this case, you can see the dome, you can see the sun and the moon in the firmament with the stars, and below there, this beast, which is a phoenix, with the plasma discharge, and then it shows you another level here with Phoenicians on parade, which we've seen 1,000 times on Flat Earth British, and then there's this domed bit, which looks like it's under this level. It seems to have the art, like painting and geometry and stuff, almost as if that's underground and we're domed and living under that. There's a plane above us and then all of that above that. Maybe. I don't know. So let's have a look at this alchemical image of a puzzle. I wonder what it is. I'm trying to work out what that is. It looks like one of those wire puzzles you have where you've got to untie them, but whatever that is, it looks to be important to them. Sorry, I can't really read the Latin, and it wouldn't help you with that key thing anyway. But what is it? It looks like a key. It's highly unusual. I don't know what it is. It's weird. It's just weird. So, that's the road to nowhere, which would have been the sacred row for the Ming Dynasty in China. Okay, let's move on. Don't think, I don't know what they are. Okay. So, when you're going to build a massive Tartarian building, what you need to do is build it out in the middle of a field, but you don't need a path to go to it or a road or anything, because everyone will just traipse across the open wilderness to the massive Tartarian building that is there. And it looks like the top of a building too, because it looks like the rest is not there at all, probably underground. So that definitely looks like it's the top of the building, because it's predominantly top heavy, which makes no sense in a designing sense and aesthetically, because it's stupid. So yeah, that looks like it's been reset. It's on the middle of nowhere. Isn't that one? I'm coming back. Oh, got some images more to share with you, but I want to just share this with you. I'm going to show you Corinth, Greece, which is 1890s, and it shows you complete reset Greek world, but that is in a minute. I'm going to show you this for a second. Make sure to come to Flat Earth British Meetage with Jason Bashir's Archaics, and that is coming very soon. Here's the advert to give it all a shout. You will find this link below in the descriptions box to make your arrangements. Make it the summer of love, and get there on that plane, get on that bus, whatever, and make sure you're there, guys. You will not want to miss this. There's plenty of surprises. It's going to be fantastic. Be there. Okay.
Oi, Flat Earth British, Martin Beaker speaking, and I am today talking to you from Deep Plaza in Dallas. I'm not even joking. Just behind me there is the book suppository, which apparently Oswald shot to the FK. So I'm in Deep Plaza. Grassy Knoll is just over by there. British. Black Firms here in Main Street, downtown Houston, Texas. Check this out, guys. We're coming to look in for the Tartarian stuff because I got my long-lived Tartaria t-shirt on ready. Check that out. And check that out on that corner. Yeah, they got some fantastic old architectures. Looks a bit like New Orleans by here. You got beehives. The old beehivage. You know what, right? But if British, I'll do some more videos and keep you updated. Lots of exciting things coming along, as you know. Let's get across. Trades.
Let's get some of these introductions out the way. Martin's been in Texas for what, 6 days, 7 days?
I don't know. I think 5. I think 5 days.
Is there a reason why you don't know how many days?
Yeah.
Hey, Martin and I have been hanging out, and listen, we've been going through books, going through research, exchanging information.
Just the best
We've been going.
research.
Hey, listen, the man let me copy 55,000 of his files. It took forever. We sat there all day long just chatting and sharing books. And so, yeah, I gave him, those of you who have ordered it, you already know the super pack is, I've got over 20 years of research and chronological studies all packed into the super pack, 360 something charts, 17 books that I've written, many of them published. I think 7 of them are still unpublished. And Martin got all that in the super pack. I copied all my research, all my Chronicon, all my unpublished Chronicon research notes. Martin got all that in the super pack, but I also gave him the Survivor pack, which has 3,000 black and white images of all the photos that I have taken from all the books in the Archaics library. Also, 2,700 and something PDFs of old books. So I thought I was, going to impress Martin by giving him these and let him, I gave him a thumb drive with all my files on it.
Yeah, super cool.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I didn't give him 1/10 of what he gave me. So I have yet to go through it, and I will. But there's a lot of Phoenix-related material in some of these alchemical, Renaissance, medieval texts, all these pictures that he had given me. So you guys know we're going to have some fun with that. I'm always going to share it with you. Major announcement in the description box. Martin, you want to tell them what you're doing here in Texas?
Oh, yeah. Well, we're going to have a meld, if you like, of Europe and America, okay, Archaics and Flat Earth British at a meet. And that is coming soon on the 10th of June. And we'll be able to see myself present and, have a chance to meet us. And Jason's going to do a presentation, and then we're going to do some sort of Q&A towards the end of the post. And that's linked up in the descriptions box below.
Yeah, guys, I really appreciate your generosity. Every live video y'all donate, and I love that. But I want to ask you to refrain from donating to me today. And in the description box, I put Martin's PayPal, because just trying to cover flight costs, return flight to the UK, Airbnb stay right here in Texas. You're trying to cover all these costs. Don't donate to me. Donate to Martin's PayPal. For this video, and anytime you see this video, in the future, the next week or so, if you're not watching it live right now, it says, I'm good, guys. I really appreciate it, but let's extend that generosity to our guest, because he's a guest in Texas right now, and Texas, we got that Texas hospitality. We want to send people away well fed. So.
Okay, super fantastic. Great. And if you want to go to that event, guys, okay, Antiquatech, Cycles of Destruction and Redacted Histories. This is the itinerary here. Okay, it's going to be first hour Martin League and presentation, second hour photos, meet and greets with Jason and Martin. Third hour, Jason Braziers presents. Fourth hour, photos, meetup, and greet with Martin and Jason. And a fifth and sixth hour is going to do a Q&A. I'm going to do a bit of a thing, okay? I'll make you all laugh. We'll have a little bit of comedy and all things fantastic. It's going to be one of a kind. It's holding hands across the ocean, okay? This is Europe and America, truthers unite. For the better good of it all. And it's going to be fantastic. So make sure to catch that, guys, and be there. Oh, be square, even. Okay, let's have a look at some pictures. We're going to look at a Corinth in Greece, and then I'm going to cut out. I'm going to make this only an hour and a half, so but it is good to be back, and I will do more live images while I'm here in America. I just needed to get my computer sorted out and all of that because I've been on a wing and a prayer. Okay, which I've got sorted out now, so we're good for liveys. So I will be back. I'll try and get flat days done. Okay. So Corinth in Greece, show you the remnants of what looks like an apocalypse. These are in 1897, and all you're seeing is ruins, really, but it's of the classical world, as you can see behind them. Massive masonry. Looks like it's got holes in it from machine guns or something. See the holes? Don't know what's caused them. Maybe Star Wars style laser guns. And the whole place got smashed beyond belief. You can see the mud up on this building here, all the way up there. The mud flats there all came in when the waters receded. And all of these pillars buried, smashed. You can see water damage here on the bottom where the water came crashing through. The rest all just displaced. All creatures, all animals, everything all washed away and all gathered up. I literally steered through this. Here. I shit myself. He said, "You want to have a go?" I was when I was in the merchant navy. This is in Greece, sailing through that, and you got like cliffs, the hundreds of feet on either side of you, and this fuck all room is like a foot either side. And the captain said, "Like, have a go steering through here." I shit myself. I didn't do it for very long. I'm like, take the wheel back. But yeah, I steered through that back in the day, and I can't see, the Greeks, to me, is just a colloquial term for anyone in the Eastern Mediterranean. So that could be like, Romans, Trojans, Carthaginians. They all got exactly the same shit, the same architecture. They all dress in togas, and they all got exactly the same gods, but with slightly different names. But it's the same gods. And everything built for giants, because them columns are massive compared to human beings. I know they're children, but they are massive compared to human beings. Like Baalbek is just insane. They say Baalbek, I've read in some old books, that it was built by Cain, who was a giant. And the stones there in Baalbek are insanely big, as you know. This place buried and smashed. All this architecture here. Interesting. Okay. All smashed and left on the ground. And this looks to be quite a big city. Let's have a look. This general review excavations of old Corinth. Apollo's temple. So they worshipped Apollo. A fair bit of the classical world. So that all looks like it's all below ground level to me. So the mud's up here. And all of this looks like it's been dug out, maybe. Because they're all on like mud. All the way around. Like there. Let's have a look. So it's like almost like no one has been to Corinth since it actually got destroyed. It's like all of these major archaeological places. Like, look, the jars are still in there. Storage jars, not even opened. They didn't even want to see what was in there. There's a modern building there. So that's ground level, and all of this is below ground level. So the entire city has been dug out of the mud. Interesting. Okay, moving on. So it looks like the pillars there are half buried because they get bulbous in the middle and then they get like thinner towards the base. So this is half the column. The other half is buried, what it looks like. And all funny how everything gets reduced to little bricklets and stones. Is what you see. Especially in Greece, the Acropolis, exactly the same. Tiny little stones. It's all been reduced to. Again, below ground level. Got all that mud up there, side of the mountain. The town looks like it's covered in mud. And then you've got all of that below ground level. What is that? Well, maybe a cave or something, but there's steps going down to it. Nothing in the descriptions about that. No. Well, it's below ground level anyway. And you can see this mud on the side of here. It's a different color. It's like black mud. And then all rocks and all of that. This is good flood damage evidence. The size of these. Whoa. So them boulders there are as big as these buildings. They're massive and they're all in a line. You wouldn't be able to blame that on glacial deposit. That is fucking ridiculous. Wow, that is unbelievable. You know, what caused that? That there, and that there. And them holes, what caused that? I can see water erosion possibly here, but what's that? What carved that in them? And there's wires in here. Why would there be wires on them? Metal. Oh, it's to keep the crack together so the pillar doesn't fall. All right, okay, this is staple. I get that. Okay. So, yeah, the whole thing. That's Apollo's temple, buried. Oh, excuse me. So amphitheaters. So I talked about these only a couple of days ago. Amp meaning two meanings. Amp, the word, but it also means amp, as in like electrical amp. And I think that these amphitheaters, have multiple purposes, but I definitely think they were using these as some sort of generative device. I don't think it was solely for theatre. I think this is part of the, generating power for the circuit board's city or the simulation, if you like, which I think we generate with our life force. I think we generate it. I think we're the batteries for it, if you like. Okay, which is a crafty trick if you think about it. That looks smashed to hell. An entire city below the mud. That's a nice colour shot. Okay, we get better perspective. So all the mud's up here. These towers here, foundries maybe. Wow, can you imagine this place when it was up and running? And it really doesn't look like anyone's been there since it got destroyed in the apocalypse. So ancient Roman fountain. Still active because they're still there. The women are still there. So there's still water and everything else is smashed and it's outside of a mountain. Isn't that interesting? Oh, they went to the high ground because that's where your highnesses go. Your highnesses go to the high ground to get all the water. And, the high street in town is, where all of the shops are and all of the important stuff is on the high street because they put it in the highest point in town in case of floods. That one, the roof's gone. It's all derelict outside of this wall enclosure with the mud all the way up alongside the wall, mud all the way behind it, and everything looks to shit. Weird. All right, let's have a look inside this town. Corinthian tops and caves, tunnels. So this could have been some sort of a bunker setup as well, because we've seen how many images have we seen where they've gone underground, guys, during the reset. Good evidence. Excavations at Corinth, ancient Greece, completely messed up by reset in the recent past, according to these pictures. Isn't that interesting? Okay. I'm coming back for a second, guys. I don't know how long I've been running. Give you all a few shoutages. So is the nature of Flat Earth British. Good to see you all, guys. It's good to be back. It's Alva Burley conversing with our Lucy. Okay, it's good to see you. So yeah, lots to look forward to, as I said, guys. I'll do as many presentations over here as I can. It does wind me up not being able to do content, which I have a lot of content. I'll be doing information exchanges with Jason. He's given me kindly given me a disk drive with all of his stuff on there, you know, all of his chronology work, and photographs of all of the books that are in the library here. He's collecting loads of old Victorian books. They're worth their weight in gold. And I would love to know what is inside them all. And this is a way that we can know what is inside them all. And then I'm going to share it on YouTube with you guys. So the juice, okay, because old books, as you know, we've been doing this for years now, is where the juice is at. Okay. You get little bits of truth coming out of the old works, guys. Okay, we are limited for, you know, voices from the past. They just give us the classics, don't they? And the usual list of citations for the ancient world, Cicero, Plato, you know, the usual. Lee, good to see you, my friend. Big Grape Yo, and I think we've got Manny in the house here. Who's my broski? Good to see you, Manny, my friend. Okay, let's get chill wax to end this Flat Earth British comeback post. So make sure, guys, make it a date. Yeah, just press that button now and say, fuck it. Fuck it. I'm going to go and join the loving. Yeah, I'm going to Flat Earth British, who's come all the way from Britain to America land. Yeah. And Jason Archaics, no less. Yeah. For fucking chill waxing. It's going to be just biblical on so many levels. And you're not going to be there. Yeah, you are going to be there. Press that fucking button. Make it happen. Buy a ticket today. Okay, this venue's everything's going to be sorted. Everything is in motion and it's moving forward to a beautiful new day. So I hope you're going to join us there. Don't miss out. So, Esley, good to see you. And we got Max Trump in the house. Good to see you, my brother. He's in the USA too. As he was excited to tell me, because as you all are, and welcoming me so warmly into your beautiful country. And Texas is a beautiful country. Believe me, I went to that Sam Houston forest place yesterday, and it was just, it's very, very nice. They had cows and stuff, tractors, and bugs and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Esley, all things we do not have in Britain. Juicy Bob, good to see you. Alva Billy, glad to see you enjoying the Wild West. It is the Wild West, Alva Billy. I'm going to go to the saloon, gunfight, and all that. So, AZ, who's my friend Joe? Good to see you, lovely. I'm in America. Keep saying that. Juicy Bob, good to see you. And Front Row C, with Cheryl. And Angela. Baby Casson, good to see you, lovely. I love it when you buy t-shirts of the community and you photograph yourself wearing them and put them out in the community, which is really lovely. So Brian, she's bought a Flat Earth British Flat Thumbs t-shirt. I've got one on myself. You can get that. I got a store linked up down below in the description somewhere. You'll find it. Or just click store on my channel page and you can see numerous Flat Earth British Flat Thumbage stuff. Okay. So Harry to I am Lord Shri Hari Hari. Hare Krishna. So Cowgirl in Arizona, love you, brother. To Cowgirl in Arizona. Always reminds me of that Neil Young song, Cowgirl in the Rain, one of the best ever tracks. Because Neil Young's like one of the best ever in the history of music. But I have many favorites, but here's one of my favorites. So, Squirrel Sniper, what you reckon, Nathan? Flat Earth British in Texas. Trippy, isn't it? I know. Didn't see that one coming, didn't I? So, it's my son, who's Welsh Dragon Metals, Lawrence Leaker. I'm son and if you donate to Martin using PayPal, please use Crypto Exchange, send in BitCurrency, because I've got a Bitcoin app-itch thing. And he's trying to help me out there because I've been linking stuff up and he's concerned because I'm over here. K Wildcats. You want to come to see America's largest working water mill wheel that has hydrogen back motor, and it was built before the American Civil War, was it? And it's still grinding corn. Fucking hell. I'd like to see the giant ball of elastic bands. It's one of the best things you can see. But yeah, that sounds pretty good. The elastic band ball, fucking hell. What? Michael De Silva. Kathleen. Probably not. Okay. Kevin Bell. Must have been horrible creatures back then within all the walls. We don't know. We don't know. We're trying to piece it all together. Seems to be a lot of cryptids in the recent past. How tall is that man? It's taller than a fly. So, Lucy. Always getting so excited for the party. So, yeah, we got a party coming. Make a date. Press that button. Join the crew. We're going to have some fantastic times. Okay. Because it's been weird for ages, hasn't it? And they stopped us getting together for ages. And they don't really like you all getting together. A load of critical thinking, three human beings hugging one another and getting their brain splatted on knowing the terrible truth of it all. It's going to be just fantastic on so many levels. They don't like that. So that's why we're definitely going to do it. Okay. So Julie, where are we? We're in Texas. Jilly lovely. I'm in Texas land. I'm in Houston. Apparently one of the most dangerous cities in America, but you wouldn't know it where I am. Anyway, because I had a great time in Houston. Been bollocksed. Seen them all and all. It doesn't matter to me. Looks like a blast damage. It does, Lawrence. It looks like the whole place has been blitzed beyond belief. And not actually, long before them photographs were taken. I think no one's been there since. Camera is a bitch. It is. It's the cosmic 2x4, Jizzy Bob. Yeah. It is what you get for being a twat. If you're a twat, cosmic 2x4. Yeah. What the fuck happened? Well, you was being a twat. You was being selfish and not resonating. Total nutter. Amplifier, indeed, to get you. And by Martin's latest book, The Holy Grail of the Flat Earth, which is under my computer right now. But you can get that in the descriptions box below. Got a couple of books out. The Holy Grail of the Great Reset and The Holy Grail of Our Flat Earth, my first book, which is Brian Splats. Make sure to pick them up if you want. Okay. Buy a book, bring it to the convention, and I'll sign it for you. Because I want to have books there because I couldn't carry them all to America. I only bought like one bag because basically I come to a country where the weather suits my clothes, so hardly any of them. Shorts, brilliant. And Britain was just cold for 8 months, so this is like fucking hell. Hot isn't the word. It's amazing. Love it. Hippie Shake, linking stuff. Beacon. Ruminim 8, good to see you. Anyway. So, Ralph, good to see you, my friend. That's too confusing for my Brian. I can't go there. I don't know anything about anything anymore. Okay. Show Me the Edge. That's a good name. I like that. Yo. The more you know, the more you don't know. is what you find about this place. But I'm excited to find out. Really excited. Has become superhumans, which we were already. Benny Riley, who brings a lot of love and vibration, good vibration into the house. Join the joyride. Yeah, play that song. Okay. Join the joyride. Join the joyride. Okay, Squirrel Sniper. At the mountain at the rear of the shot has been stripped all of vegetation and trees. I didn't actually notice that. You're quite right there. Yeah, they have. Yeah, it definitely looks like whatever it was, definitely passed through that place. It is literally blitzed. That's why I shared them with you. I'll share them pictures in the descriptions box below this video as soon as I finish, guys, because I don't know how long I've been running now, maybe an hour or two. I do not know. 435 of you still here. Thanks for popping by, guys. Make sure to get your tickets. I'm going to be shouting this all the way up until the date, which is the 10th of June, which is 3 weeks on Saturday. 3 weeks on Saturday. So plenty of time to plan, guys. And as I said, I'll be doing shows with Archaics, and I'm going to be doing lots more live events. Now I know that I got all this sorted out. I can do live events. Oh, yeah. Yesterday, I blew my mind. I was like, at my mate's house, and was like, what are all these holes in the floor? And they said, it's crawfish. I was like, what are they? And they're like, they're things that come out of the ground and you can eat them. I'm like, what? People bait them with bacon and they come out of the holes in the ground, yeah, and they're called crawfish and you can eat them. No, I haven't eaten them. Yeah, I've had Mexican, which I've never had before, which was absolutely fan-fucking-tastic. Oh my God, them, what are they called? I can't remember, but they were fucking lovely. So I tried that. And then somebody else said, you got to try, if you see it's got Vietnamese restaurants here everywhere. If you see ones called Mam or Poo, have some of their poo soup. So we did. I found just went straight. There it was. It was like poo soup, okay, or foo soup. So I went in and we had a bowl of soup, and it was like the tastiest soup I've ever had in my fucking life. And I had the best steak I've ever had in my life. Obviously, Texas has the best steaks in the world. You don't do too many vegetarians here. None, in fact. Not unless you're visiting from another weird country that has veganism. So I freaking love Edna. I've never had it before because they don't have Mexican restaurants in Britain because it's proper far away, and we're really close to Mexico here. I'm near the Gulf of Mexico, which is not far away, really, because I'm in Houston, which is really, really tropical. And the air is thick and soupy. It's lovely. It's like, what do they say? I got told the weather wears you, not the other way around, which I quite like. Little wing. I'm laying in my hammock, watching bats in the trees and the little things. Much love to you, little wing. And I'm guessing it's getting on late there, is it, in Britain? I don't know. I'm on 6 hours before you time. So, hi Valerie Parks, love you. You laughing at me? Oh. Did you see me in Houston? Shit faced, lost the car. Typical, isn't it? Brilliant time though. Place was amazing. So, yeah, it's you. Right. Well, we got weedy questions here. I have been waiting for Good Buds. I'm smoking right now. He's on the old pink cushage. Okay, strong. Love everyone. Okay. Floating in butter. Humidity, Martin. We love it. Isabella, you're smashing it. Pink kush that. Yo. So authentic Mexican. Yeah, I was well impressed with that Mexican food. So I tried Vietnamese. Went to a steakhouse, tried a proper, fucking hell. Nickel fishes, shrimps. I had shrimps from Bubba's Shrimp Farm. And they was really nice. And the steaks I had as well, which melt in your mouth. I'm probably going to end up putting weight on. You won't even recognize me when I get back. Mo, good to see you, my bro. Yeah, man, I'm in America land. basically, I'm your homie right now. I'm around the corner. Love that shirt and that hat. Oh, yeah, my trippy shirt. Goes down a storm, yeah. They all wear trippy shirts. Not. But I am British. And like, truth pop star. Dennis, truth rocker. So what's that? Nice show, Martin. Good times come after a bad rush. Yeah, we've had a bad bum rush, haven't we? And it's definitely a lot better. I know. That's because Mercury been doing a fucking retrograde wanker, and now everything's better. Can you feel it? Can you feel it like a tickly belly, a tickly feeling in your belly? Yeah, that's the mushrooms you just ate. No, it's not. It's love. It's love and excitement, and you know epic things are coming. Yeah, truth has never ever had anything like that. This happen. What happens here this summer in the next summer of love 2.0 will define the outcome of humanity. That's how important it is. Are you going to be getting some of that? Yeah, you fucking know it. You'll be able to say in the future then, I was there at that moment. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know it. This is your Jimi Hendrix moment. Barefoot sunshine. God, good to see you. Mr. Anderson. Mr. Henderson, how can you speak without a mouth? Matrix, don't worry. That's his name. Okay, and William Ross Reinhardt, good to see you. And yes, Crowfish were brilliant. It said Midnight Cowboy, Dustin Hoffman. No, it wasn't Dustin Hoffman in Midnight Cowboy. I was John Voight. Yeah, Dustin Hoffman was in it. He was the little gimpy guy who died, which was really, really sad. Yeah, it's really bad, isn't it, Midnight Cowboy? He had something really bad happen to him, didn't he? And then he ends up hanging around cheesy cinemas and stuff. Yes, there's a lot of gnarly stuff in that film, Midnight Cowboy. So, I have an extra. Yeah, I'm gonna get a hat. I'm gonna get a hat. I'm gonna wear a cowboy hat. Yeah, I'm gonna wear a cowboy hat round. And then everyone will think I'm homey, cool. So, no, they won't. Hello, Albuquerque. We love Albuquerque. I love Albuquerque. Okay. I hope I'm saying that right. Come here, Bath. We've got Taffy in the house. Kim. Oh. Hi, Kim. Good to see you, man. Come here, Bath, indeed. Okay. It's the Welsh in America land. Probably the only one. Derby Jack. No, I guess there's other Welsh people. There's 300 million people. There's bound to be more than one Welshman. Probably not. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I'm going to dive off soon, guys. Make sure to share this out with your words. Okay. Donate to Matt Flat with British in PayPal in the description. Turns out I only find out this morning my PayPal link been broke fucking like a month or maybe even 2. Maybe last 6 videos and something. So I wondered what was going on. So that was a fuck up. Especially when I'm like on the other side of the plane, so to speak. There's my books there. Hippie Shakes kindly getting together. And I will be back very, very soon. Okay. Keep an eye on anything funky that happens. Check out my shorts, my community pages, and that will be there. Oh, thank you, Derby Jack. You are amazing too. Who give me a super sticker. So I do appreciate that, my brother. Thank you so much. So Boom Shanka, may the seeds of your loins be forever fruitful in the belly of your woman. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Stay epic, stay fantastic. Press the fucking button and get to the meat, okay? Yeah, literally hell or high water shouldn't even stop you right now. No, it shouldn't be, guys. You should be making the utmost efforts to get to the fucking moment. Yeah, can you feel it? I can feel it in my water. I can feel it in my bollocks. I can feel it all everywhere. It's epicness. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm just having an epic trip out. So thanks, Jack. Where you from? Nashville. How brilliant is that? It's becoming communist. You should try Britain. They got communist a while back. They're gone double fucking stupid there. They're well fucking brainwashed. But I'm sure the Great Awakening is going to help with all of that. Hey, Martin, did you get a Derringer yet? No, I haven't actually. And my friend's going to show me his guns. He's got like a Magnum and stuff. And they all carry guns on them, you know, behind on their belt and stuff. It's just cool. Love it. So maybe, Lawrence, I have asked, you know, my friend's got like all that, and I was just like, yeah, can I? But I'm not sure they think I'm safe or anything. We probably need to be guided, you know, so not doing anything wrong. So I'm good there, brother. Thanks for your email, sending love, brother. It's just I'm being sent back because I've had like no broadband. I'm sort of jumping broadband at the moment to get live with you, and just been like on a wing and a prayer in this place, man, which has been fantastic. America, whew, it's nothing like Wales. Oh, thanks, Isabel. My hair's looking good. Nice one, bruv. That's kind of you to say. She's got a shower, innit? So Gregory Francis, I just picked up my FEB t-shirt for the conference. Yes, Gregory, you better come and give me a fucking hug, brother. Okay? Yeah. Be like water, my friends. Okay? Be like water. Okay, Michael Silver, hope you bought your ticket. Maxstrom, did you buy a ticket? Why? Okay, good. Make sure. Everyone. Amy. Okay, fly from Britain. I did for everyone. Exodus. Did you know we got people coming to the convention from New Zealand, Canada, so far? Yeah, from all over America. I'm going far and wide for this, guys. People are coming. So we got Pacific contingent from New Zealand. Looking forward to seeing them. I'm looking forward to all of it. And meeting you guys, hugging you guys. Because America is great indeed. Like they always said. I had to come and look for myself, though. Because they get bad press, don't they? And it's bollocks, all of it. You got to come here to believe it, guys. It's all bollocks what they say. Texas is fucking amazing. Yeah! Love you, Beth. Thank you. You got your t-shirt. I know. Aaron's got his Fat Earth Britishness on t-shirt as well. I do appreciate that. I've got the pictures I can show, but I got to dig them out and stuff. So. Oh, shucks. Little late. Didn't know we were streaming. It doesn't matter, Scatterbrain. You live up to your name, don't you? So. Much love to you. So, Liddy, talking to my boy, my son, who's Lawrence Leaker. Aja. Okay. California in the house. We got some Californians. I'm not too far away from you. Here's Glenn Sketches. He's in the house. Okay, doing some work. Okay, don't work too hard, mate. Don't work too hard. Don't pull any bollock muscles. I am Avenging Sevenfold, though. My son likes Avenged Sevenfold. I don't know about all of that. He's got some obscure band tastes, but a good taste in music. Fair dues. He's turned me on to a lot of good music. Junkie XL. I wasn't a big fan of him till Lawrence. Orbital. I was always an Orb fan. And then I, got into Orbital. There's a big distinction difference between Orbital and Orb, by the way. But I was a big Orb fan, and now I'm more Orbital. So, Psycho Dave, much love to you, brother. Hope everything's okay where you are. Hope they haven't gone double fucking nuts on the continent. They got rid of it all, all the weirdness. So there he is, my son, waving at you. Welsh Dragon Metals. Make sure to get over and subscribe to Welsh Dragon Metals, my son. And he show you really interesting things like how to earn money from Sweet Fuck All and stuff like that. And 3D printing stuff. So Pamela, what's she saying? I need a miracle to be there, so I'm expecting a miracle. I'm expecting a miracle for you as well, Pamela Swan. Where do you live? Tell us where you live and what state you're in. Not like state you're in. Like state of America. I'm in a bit of a state. Wish I could go. Oh, Jenny, just intend it. Make it happen if you can. Yeah. Remortgage your house. Whatever it takes. No, don't do that. Yeah. Wigan Possanu, Sue, you're in America. Stop in Ohio, Columbus. I can't. The country's fucking huge. Can't just like nip off around the corner to come and visit you, Sue. Although that would be fab. Because like Texas is fucking massive. If I drove that way north, it would take 9 hours before you actually left the state. just to give you some sort of perspective of fucking, and that's not even the wide bit of Texas. To go across that way would take all fucking day. Would take all day. Place is fucking huge. So, Tracy, love you as well. Thank you very much. Is Max is in the house? Good to see you, bro. I didn't see you there. Good day. Good day, Cobber. Okay, so I'm gonna go and do stuff and go and catch up. And it's good to be back. It's been a while. So share this out. Like this video if you did. Do all the groovy flat earth British stuff. And I will be back very, very soon. Keep an eye on lookout on our Archaics channel. I will link up anything that's coming very soon to the community page. There is stuff to look forward to. Okay, guys, it's going to be monster. Fucking fantastic. Oh, my rooster is cutting up again. I don't know what that means, but much love to you, Benny. And yeah, as I told you on the beginning of this vlog, yesterday I witnessed like a duck fucking a chicken. Really, a duck fucking a chicken. It was the weirdest thing you've ever seen. But apparently they can't conceive because you can't get like a ducking or half chicken, half duck. That would be weird, wouldn't it? You know, a chicken floating around in the water would look weird. So I hope I never see that again. Next time I see it, I'm just going to avert my eyes because I feel psychologically wronged by it. Some things you can't just unsee. But there you go. In the animal kingdom. Okay. The chicken's name was Cletus. Pamela, good to see you, lovely. I loved you having you here, bringing your energy and good vibes. You make everybody happy. RH, good to see you. State of affairs, good one, good one, good one. That's what they mean by states, isn't it? So if you're in California, you've got the California state, you've got the California state mentality. And in the other states, they got a different mentality, haven't they? None of them are the same. So I think that's what they mean. State of mind. Skywatcher Dennis, good to see you, my friend. We all the greatest. Put it that way. We're fantastic. Do we feel fantastic? Do we feel like we're in the fantastic gang? Yeah. Dead Kennedys, they're a good band. Killer Paw. Really good punk band. Okay. Australia next, Gumnut. No, I don't think so. Apex Twins, yeah. Don't mind the Apex Twins. It does the Matrix tunage. We play a bit of that, yeah. Yes, we do. Okay, I'm going to get going. Thanks for popping by. It's great to be back, guys. This is my first live feed from America, where I am now speaking to you from the city of Houston in the great state of Texas, the Lone Star State. They don't say it's the Lone Star State for nothing. Because it's the Lone Star. They don't need them. Their own great country. Okay. A fantasticness. Okay. 2 big films. Digital media. I'll walk from Mexico. Yeah. Go over that bridge. Walk over that bridge from Mexico. Come and see us. Okay. Cannabis is legal here too. I don't know where that is. Okay. But that's good news for you. We had a 420 match last Saturday in Cardiff. I was not there because I'm not in Britain. Alvidas, good to see you, my friend. You're doing great things, Mr. Martin. Thank you so much. You're making the effort to do great things for everybody else in the wider community, guys. It's all about love. Okay? Information. This is the information highway. This is where you're going to get your juice. This is where you're going to get your Brian splattered. There's my faves. It's Melich. Woof. Rain. Woof. Okay. Happy. Okay, I'm gonna get going. So that's me back. Happy now. Are you filming? I've done loads of little films. I got loads of films of stuff I've been doing. I'll look, cover it all up. Do a video later at some stage of my adventures. But I will share every bit of the journey with you guys, so you don't miss out, and show you what craziness things I get up to, which I do. Get some crazy stuff going on over here. It is mental and funny and a good vibe. So, fabulous stream. Oh, thank you, Alva Billy. And it's really good to be back. So I presented the Aphrodite book, which I'm going to put in the descriptions box straight after this video, and all of the other stuff that I can share to you as well. Okay, and the book about Antarctica and the Nazis, which is in Google Books, but you can download it, no problem, and it's a really good read. Okay, you're going to wonder what is going on, especially if you're a flat Earth thinking type or simulationist. Okay, Lisa Ann, good to see you, and Valerie, love from Texas. Yay! Today I'm mainly Texan. Sue, thank you too. Okay, so I'm off. Shooting Star Mountain. Thanks. Thanks, Sue. Safe travels. And yourselves. Have a wonderful rest of the day. And nostalgia if you're in Britain, because it's coming up to bedtime, I guess. Not sure, or evening. But nostalgia in Britain. And I'll see you all very soon. Stay epic. And come to the meet. Press the button now. Fuck it. Just press it. Get there. Okay.